So just jumping right into this, we're going to be presenting two, I guess never seen before, but there have been a few people reporting on this, screenshots from Scooby-Doo and the Haunted High-Rise, which for people that don't know, was going to be the Scooby-Doo movie, produced at the same time as Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, that was originally set to premiere that very same Scoobtober, but was then delayed a year, and then unfortunately shelved. And so that was of course going to feature the Hex Girls. So there are two brand new screenshots from that movie, and I kind of just want to say I've got no clue how it was released to the world, who released it or anything like that. So it is kind of suspicious. We are taking this as a leak, of course, and not some type of way that it means that we're going to see the movie anytime soon. However, in terms of copyright, I did kind of mix around with showing the blurred images or not showing the blurred images, and I've kind of settled upon for the thumbnail, I'll blur them, but for the video itself we are going to look at them because I do actually have something that I can add to the conversation that I think will be very interesting to people watching this, and that is I did reach out to a few people and I managed to find someone willing to go on the record about these screenshots, but in an anonymous capacity. So I cannot say and I won't say who gave us this information, of course, out of respect and also legal reasons, so please don't ask, please don't speculate, let's just take this information for what it is. And if you do have doubts upon what we're saying is valid or not, I guess there's no way that I can definitively say, look, this is us, we're telling the truth. But what I will say is if you go on any single article about Haunted High-Rise, our names and our channel does pop up, so we have been at the forefront of this story since its inception, so I kind of do think that that should give us some credibility. But if you do want to doubt it, then that's up to you. But yeah, this is legitimate source, very trustworthy. So without further ado, we'll get into the first screenshot. So this is a very good looking background here, and of course what people will notice is that sign saying Oakhaven Records. Now when I first saw this, I kind of thought that this was going to be Coolsville or Crystal Cove or just any other anonymous place, except it was called Oakhaven Record for some type of, I suppose, Easter egg. I didn't think we were actually going to get to Oakhaven, but based on information that I do have, it does genuinely seem like it is genuinely in Oakhaven. A quote that I can read is, "The Oakhaven sequence was a flashback to the Hex Girls as kids." So people were like, if the Hex Girls are going to feature in this, are they going to be just a feature or what? So based upon the flashback element and the fact that we're going back to Oakhaven, it's like this was a full-blown Hex Girls movie. So I'm just so upset that we've lost this. And I guess adding more context to this image, the background was from a sequence where we flash back to the Hex Girls going record shopping when they were 12. So it seems like it's going to be a situation where we almost saw the origins of them. Maybe not necessarily how they came forward as a group, but the fact that they're going to the record shop, we could actually see them getting the love and passion for music, which is amazing. And the inclusion of Oakhaven is kind of like, well, clearly the writers, animators, whatever of this movie knew about the witch's ghost, knew about the Scooby history, and wanted to honour that, which is amazing, because I love all the other appearances of the Hex Girls, of course, but I do kind of feel like the witch's ghost is the only one where they kind of are treated like people as opposed to characters, if that makes sense. So we get a legal first name for Thorn, we get her father, and we get some of their origins and stuff. And of course for stuff like the What's New Scooby-Doo episode, there wasn't time to flesh them out, it was just nice to see them. So 100% I didn't expect every future project to expand upon their lore as people, but the fact that we're getting this here is absolutely like amazing. It's like a return to form for the Hex Girls. But that's all our anonymous source has shared about this image, so now we're going to move on to the next one. Now let's look at this. Clearly we're in some type of vehicle, I presume the Mystery Machine, and I'm pretty sure that isn't a far-fetched assumption whatsoever. Chances are we're in the Mystery Machine here, as we see the back of Fred's head there and Daphne to the right. It kind of got me a bit confused. I was kind of almost cheering for feminism in a way, because it was like, oh my gosh, look, Daphne is driving, but me being British, that would mean that the reverse seats are kind of flipped. So no, we've definitely got Fred driving here, but it is nice to see that it's kind of that classic format. And of course we've got Shaggy and Scooby seemingly digging into a stack of something. I guess maybe a big Shaggy sandwich is interesting. But perhaps the most interesting feature of all is we have Velma to the left hand side looking quite sinister, but on the desk where she's working, we see what seems to be miniature Hex Girls Funko Pops. They're Hex Girls merch to say the very least, and so it's absolutely amazing. I mean, could you imagine the merch potential from this movie alone? Like, even if the movie tanked and sold one DVD, release new Hex Girls merch to go along with it, and you've got your money back. That's what I don't understand about this. But this is some more information that I can share about this from the anonymous source. The storyboard is from a sequence where Velma is trying to win concert tickets to the Hex Girls Halloween concert. Velma is an Uber fan. In this movie, the gang will be meeting them for the first time again. So, kind of strange in that we weren't really going to get some lore from the witch's ghost. Like, I know that's probably going to turn some people off in that it wasn't a witch's ghost sequel per se. But I do think that going to the origins is very, very interesting. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that. But then again, I guess that's set within Scooby-Doo history since the 1970s, with them meeting Batman for the first time again and the Harlem Globetrotters for the first time again. It is definitely not new ground, and so there is a precedent set for almost rebooting the time that the gang first meets them. But in a way, I kind of feel like that's good. I don't think we've had a first meeting between Mystery Inc. and the Hex Girls again since the Witch's Ghost. It's always been, hey, look at them. And so it'd kind of be interesting to experience a movie where the gang doesn't know, and maybe that could even lead on to some plot twists. I think that's very interesting. But that's all that we have today. Again, thank you to everyone for watching, and of course the anonymous source for giving us that information. Again, we can't assure you that they are credible and reliable and trustworthy, so this is definitely what's going on with these sequences. Hopefully if some more surface we can do another one of these, but honestly, this is kind of bittersweet because it just makes me want this movie even more. So make sure to keep on hashtagging Save the Hex Girls and let us know what you think down below. And if you do want to see more content, then please like, comment, and subscribe to JayBee Milly, and we'll see you next time.